Today we are going fishing in the exact boat that Matt Hayes and Mick Brown used in the new series of the Ultimate Rod Race. For this session, we had planned to meet up at Marine Power, and joining us would be good friend Justin Grapes, who actually has the pleasure of working in one of the most impressive showrooms I've ever been in. And for any serious boat anglers out there, this place is definitely worth checking out. But for us, we were heading on a boat with a little bit of history, the Ultimate Rod Race boat itself. And I must say, after seeing it, I was more than happy that Justin would be joining us. I think it's fair to say that I am certainly no boat expert.
It is a bit technical.
But more importantly, Justin's knowledge of the river and understanding of the technology on board did get me thinking what could really be possible during this session.
So here we go then, heading out to our first spot. We're actually on the River Yare, which is part of the wicked Norfolk Broads system. So much fishing to go at, and we haven't really got a hardcore agenda, to be fair. I'd really love to catch a few big perch, so if I was going to say that that's what we'll probably target most, but definitely throughout the day, if we can find them, some roach, rudd, bream, anything. If you follow our channel, so many of you will know that I just like going fishing. I think so many more people should just go and catch anything, have a day's fishing with your mates and enjoy it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Don't know what we're going to catch, but I am super excited for this one. So like I said, we're on the way to our first spot. Let's see what the day brings. Side one. Yeah, do you like that? Just looking for some fish. I mean, I don't say I'm looking for, I don't know what I'm looking at. Justin's looking for some fish. And when he goes, there's some fish, I'll have a look. So here we go then. Spot number one, sitting in position here, locked to where we are. And we're just going to trot a little worm, I'm going to say little worm, a lobworm up against this bush here, if I can actually get a decent cast out. But don't really know how it's going to go. Like I said, it would be wicked to catch a perch early on, because that is what I'd love to catch at today. But just looking at that view and the morning, I don't think it matters if I catch right now. Feel quite privileged to come out and just see mornings like that. But a fish would definitely make it better. Justin's going to have a little fish as well. He's going to be at the other side of the boat, sort of just bouncing the worm around this tree. And between us, we'll just see what's here. This might just disappear. A proper solid bite. Oh. That was a tiny bite. I didn't actually mean to strike that soon. Whoa, that's pulling though. Whoa. Pound a bit. You already called it, have you? You've seen the fish. Seen the fish in the live scanner. That is mental. Oh no, it snagged me. Yeah, it snagged me at the minute. No, don't lose it. Oh, there's a genuine chance of a big one here as well. Like, I know Justin said he's seen it on the live scanner, but what's it in? I wonder if I give it some line. We're going to try and go above it. I'm going to try and keep my voice down a little bit because we're getting closer to that snag now, but we are right above whatever this. Oh, there, yeah. There's more fish there, but whatever this one's got me on. Oh, look, you can see I can actually so clear, I can see the branch down there, and there's no fish left. Yeah, there's no fish left on there. quick addition to the GoPro because we know that there's a few fish here now. Well, at least know there was one. Hope it hasn't scared them off. I'm just feeding a few maggots just to try and entice them away from this bush. And then we're just trotting the worm up to it. But we've gone bigger now. We've gone bigger hooks, we've upped it. If I get another chance, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive with them, I think. I am genuinely gutted. Like, I don't get to do this very often. Well, actually ever. This is the first time I've fished from a boat, like going out trying to catch big perch like this. And yeah, that felt like a decent fish. And just to be in, like, I've said it already, this setting, knowing that what could be in or what is in this river, that one did hurt. No one likes losing fish, but that one really did actually hurt. But we go again. We're just gonna keep the maggots going in, trotting a worm down there, and I'm sure that they're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna bite. I was about to say, and I'm sure they're gonna have it again. This one definitely isn't as big as that first one. And I'm gonna give it a bit more because they clearly know that there's a snag there. And it's still a nice fish. If this one pulled that hard, how big was that first one? Check that, that is wicked. I mean, it's not a record breaker, but oh look as well. You see that? Big old mouth, full, well not full, but a few maggots in there as well. So clearly what we were saying about dropping those maggots down there is making a difference. He was only just hooked as well. But look, coughing them up. Clearly eating the maggots. And there it is, fish number one. Like I said, that first one pulled. I'm gonna have that fisherman's tale now, that the one that got away. Justin and Chris are laughing at me on the camera because they don't think it was as big, but honestly that first one really pulled. And this is still a decent perch. You know, perch are one of those fish that I don't think they really do themselves justice on camera. Like in person, perch are impressive, and I think we're gonna get one bigger than this. So let's get this one slipped back. That is a good, well, it is a start because it's the first one we've landed, but things are looking promising. Go on, buddy. Oh, just spitting all the maggots out. Straight back to where he came from.
Nice fish.
Come on, there's bigger out there. Definitely bigger out there. Oh, we're away again, straight away. Here we go. It's alive with perch. They definitely are kind of near the mate. I literally just dropped it in there and it's gone. It's not the same one, is it? No, this one's bigger. Come on. Come on. Look at that one. Yeah! Get in there. We're in a bit of a wake. The boat's just gone past, so better let that calm down. We'll have a look. There we go, perch number two, getting slightly bigger. Oh, the hook's come out in the net on that one, that was lucky. What are you giving me for that one, Justin?
Scraper two.
Big one, scraper two maybe. Well, we haven't got the mic on Justin about this. If you didn't hear him, he said maybe the scraper two. And in fairness, I'm bait fishing, trying maggots down the worm. Justin's doing it the true perch way. There's a lot of you perch experts out there trying to catch him on a lure, so a lot harder. But there's clearly a few fish down there. This place is wicked. Going for the hat trick. Can we catch another one? It's mental. Like I said, I literally dropped it in there and it's almost if they were waiting for it. I don't think it's going to happen like that again, but yeah, it's such a cool way of fishing for them. Just trotting a float down, bit of bait, Come on, there's got to be a big one down there. Well, there will be a big one down there. If we catch it or not is a different story. But, you know, I'd say those two that we caught are pretty decent, but we could break a PB today. Honestly, a chance of breaking a PB. Needs to be over £3. Anything £3 would be a PB, and to do it from a river would be even more impressive. That float is now going right past that tree line. But in saying that, all of the bites have come pretty much where we're feeding them out. It's almost as if like, oh. It's about to say, it's almost as if they're sort of coming up for the mat. It sounds weird. You expect that in like a commercial, like carp, but perhaps they are. Perhaps they're coming up with the maggots going in. I definitely had an indication there though. I feel like we're perhaps gone past. I'm just going to try that again. It's a lovely pace. I've got a 2 gram float on. We'll show you a bit of the tackle in a moment, because to be fair, it doesn't get any more simple than what we're doing. But yeah, I've got a 2 gram float on, so it's just trotting through a nice pace to put it past them and make them sort of grab it. There's a bit of movement in there. They obviously love that movement, but bail arm open, mend my line, and just let that trot down in front of this tree. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yay! They definitely are sitting where, like, the higher where the maggots are. Strange. I was expecting to feed those maggots and they'd go down there, but come on, fight well in this river. Come on. There's a hat trick. Right. I think I probably need to have a little bit of a reality check, because I think I said earlier, not a big fish in the other one, but any other sort of normal day's perch fishing, I'd have been happy with any one of the 3 that we've caught. So I think when you catch a nice fish and you feel like there's a few out there, you can get a little bit blasé about it. Perch are wicked fish, and that will certainly do me. But we're going to slip it straight back. I'll talk you quickly through the tackle, because I think everyone should come and have a go at this. The water's cold, but it's not freezing. I'm definitely feeding though. Right, let's take a very short break from the fishing just to talk you through what we're using. Like I said, it is really simple, nice and quick to change. That's really important, because if your flow changes, we're changing spots probably throughout the day. So quick change, it's absolutely perfect. But I've got the Omega 13-foot float rod, or Omega, depending which one you like to say. 13-foot, beautiful action, nice and light action as well, because although they are big fish, you don't want to be really aggressive with them, but you do need a bit of power in your rod to get them away from the snags and stuff like that. That's married up with a Axis 3000 reel and 6 pound main line. And then we come on to business. Quite hard doing a 13-foot rod in here, but if I hold it like this, it's probably gonna look a bit strange, but you can see there, it's a Glide Missile 2 gram core and float. And that is set about 8 foot deep currently. We're fishing 11 foot of water. And where I said it's interchangeable, because that's attached by float rubbers, and I've got a quick change Olivet on here, which means I can literally snap that on, put a different one on. So if I need to go up to a 4 gram float or something like that, I can change it. That's just onto a little tiny rubber stop. And then the hook link, we upped it slightly after losing that first fish. So we've got a 6 pound hook link, and then we've got a size 6 all-rounder barbed hook, just on about, what we're going to give ourselves, just under a foot hook link. So yeah, quite simple setup really, you could say, but just nicely balanced, really enjoyable to fish with, and that's all you need. So you don't have to, you don't have to have specialised kit to come out and do it. And then all I'm doing, or so far all I've been doing, is nipping a worm in half, and then just hooking that right through where I break the worm. And what perch can resist that? Keep feeding the maggots, keep running this through. Let's see if we can catch a big one. Or a bigger one. They have been big. Like I said, have a little rain check. They've been big fish already. I'm well happy with it.
After returning that fish, it certainly felt like the perch were feeling our presence. The morning fishing became increasingly difficult, with only Justin managing one more decent sized perch. And despite seeing numerous fish on the fish finder, we felt that the pressure had drifted them under the canopy into the areas of safety. So we made the decision to move, and we would use the technology on the boat to try and locate another shoal of fish. As unfortunately that didn't materialise, we ended up in an ever reliable boatyard that had done us well in the past. This boatyard holds numerous fish of all different species, and for me, this is what fishing is about. Enjoying yourself, having a laugh with your mates, and just catching fish like we used to when we were younger. Now, we did know in this boatyard no bigger fish were ever present, so we decided that eventually we needed to move on and try and catch those bigger fish again. The plan would be to search the river, but something just kept pulling us back to that bush that we fished in the morning. Would those perch now be settled? Perhaps the uncaught ones would now be catchable, and we ended up going back to where we were at the very start of the day.
We're back. Can you believe, we're just having a bit of a laugh, that this river system is hundreds of miles, and yeah, you can't explore it all, and there definitely is going to be fish in other places, but we couldn't really find them. We had a good few hours catching those little fish, rods, small perch and stuff like that, but we are literally sitting like exactly where we were this morning, and again we've seen that there's fish here on the technology. So yeah, crazy to think that, you know, all of that water system, but that's, you know, that's what fish do. Fish love an area, they find an area and they're sitting there for a reason, and sometimes you get just a feeling that you need to go back, and I had that feeling. I don't think we caught the biggest fish this morning. I'm convinced there is a fish here that could break my PB. That would be mega. I'd love to do it. But just to fish again now, knowing that any moment something could happen, just gives it something like a little bit special. It's now coming a lovely part of the day. It's still, it's quiet, there's literally no one in sight. I'm just flicking those maggots in. This is my first run down. So let's see what happens. I'm sure we're gonna have something. How big it's gonna be, I don't know. What is it? What is it? That was a good bite, wasn't it? Whoa, it's going for the boat. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, just, it's another nice fish. Oh. Do you think it's the biggest one? Get in there. You just got to come back where they are, haven't you? Go and have a little enjoyable few hours catching some small ones. They're still bigger out there, aren't they? It's got to be, it's got to be.
Nice.
Very similar to the, well, that was lightly hooked, the fish that we caught this morning in size. But what special fish they are. They just look so cool. I've managed to get his fin up there for you. It's actually, you know, the tide is different this morning. We've probably dropped, I'm going to say 2 or 3 foot of water, but not long fishing, and a very, very similar result. A chunky perch, and they never, well, very rarely sit alone. So I think the best fishing is still to come. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, go on, Justin. Get in there. It's a nice one, isn't it? I think that's the biggest one so far. They're just immaculate fish as well. They're so good condition. 2, 4. Oh, a few ounces out in the guesstimate, but Yeah, it's over £2. They just look so good, don't they? Let's have a proper look at it. They are just proper river perch, chunky, prime condition. Whee, look on the absolutely prime condition. Check that out. Like, I've never seen personally a 3-pounder, and I know that they catch them, so I'm convinced there's one down there, and I just can't picture how big it will be. Like I've said it, I think I said at the start, it's probably not doing it justice to you on camera of just how impressive like a big perch is, and a perch over £2, they do look really, really impressive. They're just cool fish. Absolutely love them. I should really fish for them more, shouldn't I? Ate my worm again, isn't it? I've got one on. Oh, this could be a bigger one. Imagine that, the bigger. Oh, this could be the biggest one. I literally was just putting that one back and just got the same worm on. Justin, that's big. Justin, that's big. That's literally right under the net. That's big. That's big. Oh. I don't know if you'd have quite picked up what happened on camera. I'd unhooked that perch and just dropped it back down, that's still the worm on, and as I was slipping that back, I said, the float's going under. And that's bigger again, isn't it? It's got to be. That is mental. It's literally there. I've caught it there. That is insane. Oh yeah, that's bigger.
That's a good two.
That is nice. That is a different fish altogether. It's really dark. It bit me. Look at the size of their mouth. You can see why any sort of roach or anything like that would get absolutely swallowed up. But right, time to weigh it. Again, I've always zeroed my scales. You can see that. Let's see what it's saying. If this had, you can see it's such a big frame fish, but it actually feels quite empty here. That's got potential to be massive, I think. It's a really, really nice fish. But what we're saying, I'm going to guess 2.7.
210.
2.10 for Chris. Justin?
212.
2.12. Oh, we're really getting towards the... Right. That is 2.12. So what you said, you've caught too many perch, Justin. 2.12. Can you see it? That is so close. I don't know if you can see that, Chris. I'll try and tilt it down a bit. It's held anyway, so I can take it off. Yeah, £2.12. That is just ounces short of being a PB, but definitely 100% one of the best looking perch that I've ever caught. That is cool, isn't it? Just dark, real old Warrior River perch. Can we get that up for you? How special are they? Whew. I love fishing, I really do. That's a proper perch. Straight back to the tree. So what else does the river have in store? I don't know, but one thing I do know is, in all that commotion, the slack water is now stopped and it's going to spin round. So I think we're slowly now going to be going the other way. So we're going to have to move this boat round to the other side, and then we're going to be basically trotting in reverse when it picks up. Normally the fishing goes quieter and slightly slower in the slack water, but that was slightly mental. Quality. Oh. There's a tree down there. Go on, I tell you what, it's pulling. It's really pulling. Is it a big one? That's a nice fish again. Go on, go on, go on. That's a fat one, isn't it? Oh, I feel spoilt. Am I about to weigh the biggest perch of my life is the question. I'm just going to zero this sling again. We all think it's close. I think we have been absolutely spoilt. What a day's perch fishing, and it is coming towards the end. We were just filming a time lapse, so I'm not 1,000,000% sure how much of that you saw, but this is a big fish and another big fish. But this one is definitely fatter. I'd say the other one was longer. That's an impressive perch, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, that's going to be close. Right, quickly before the scales reset. Is this the 3-pounder that I have been fishing for a while now? If you follow our channel, you'll know. Yeah! It's 3.6. Have a look, Justin, you can see as well, 3.6, it's held. Get in there, come on. Right, let's have a better look at it. Oh, that is enormous, and you would know, if you caught that again, check that out, it looks like there's a leaf on its mouth there, but it's not, it's a marking. And that, for me, is a huge perch. I know a lot of people, you know, certainly if they're fishing reservoirs and stuff like that, 3-pounders have been caught before, but I've wanted one for so long, and I've got one here in my hands, in front of the camera, and a river perch as well. We thought that potentially this year we were going to break it on the still water that we've been chasing them. I've gone and done it on a river. That is wicked. How special, look how fat it is. That's where the weight is. Like, to me, that looks enormous. Whew. A few pictures and we're done. Justin, thank you so much for that one. That is unreal. I am one happy angler. I don't think it's going to get any better than that. I knew that there was a chance today, and we bigged it up, and like, I would have been happy with what we caught this morning, but to come out, catch all those big fish and then top it with a 3-pounder that I've been after, that is what fishing is about. Everyone's got their own PBs, everyone's got their own standards. For me, that will stay with me forever, and I absolutely loved it. So I really, really hope you enjoyed it. I have got to quickly say a huge thank you to you, Justin. And this is how you know when anglers are true anglers, because he promised me that he wouldn't even fish with a worm today until I caught a 3-pounder. So, you know, that is, it's just been a true gent, like, you know, because he could have caught that. Justin's caught 3-pounders. It's definitely meant more to me. So again, real big thank you. I do hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've absolutely loved filming it. That's a wicked way to end it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you again when the quest is now to catch a 4-pounder.
Get the worms out. Yeah.